Several weeks ago, I suggested to Meredith that she was focusing perhaps too much on speaking. She had already proven herself as an accomplished speaker. I wanted to see how she would do as an evaluator. She took me up on that. She has performed a number of evaluations since then, and she has shown that she is not only an accomplished speaker, she is an accomplished evaluator also, evaluating Frances Kambobe. Please help me welcome Meredith Troy.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and Frances Kambobe. This is how we roll. So that was a really interesting way to actually illustrate your story. He was working from the storytelling manual, the moral of the story, and I really appreciated how you brought out the roll, the knife roll. Now, obviously, when we had looked at what the topic was, or the title of the story was, This Is How We Roll, it was a little different. It was a little play on words. And you presented the original story with a clear and descriptive illustration that helped us tell that story using the knife roll. You spoke of coming to the United States with no knives and building your collection over time. Using those knives, you were able to illustrate your story and your coming to America kind of experience, using the bread knife to be described as abrasive. I loved your alliteration of all of the knives. I thought it was very, very clever how you basically brought each and every knife to life. You gave every knife a personality. And along the way, those knives took on a character. They became the characters of your story. And I don't know if anyone noticed along the way while he was telling this story, and once he got to the very, very end of the story where he got to the moral of the story and how every knife has a role and every person has a role, and that role is for them to be a specialist in whatever they do. I really, really appreciated how you made the knives the characters of your story. It really brought me into what you were doing. I know nothing about knives or cooking for that matter, but it really helped to give life to a story that otherwise you wouldn't typically think that could actually have life. You went from discussing your knife roll to your moral, that we all play a role in life much like a knife, and it is important that we be a specialist. I think you did a fantastic job of telling your story and also getting to a moral of the story, which is what you were shooting for. Thank you.